Hello everyone, I am Dr. Vikram Joshi, faculty member, Department of Management Technology, Shri Ramdev Baba College of Engineering and Management. Welcome to the lecture on the topic Dummy Variable Regression Model. Now dummy variable is nothing but the qualitative variable which is normally represented by a nominal scale variable, or it is represented by, or it is calculated on a nominal scale, and it takes the numerical values like 0 and 1 or 1 and 2 etc. For example, if the answer is yes, we will write 1. If the answer is no, we will write 0. So we quantify them by creating the so-called dummy variable, and it normally takes the value 0 and 1. So 0 indicates the absence of an attribute and 1 indicates the presence of the attribute. So for example, here gender can be quantified as male or female is equal to 1 and male is equal to 0, or vice versa. So these variables are also called, or they are the variables also called as indicator variables, categorical variables, and also they can be called as qualitative variables. These are some of the examples of dummy variables like gender, race, color, religion, nationality, geographical region, party affiliation, and political upheavals etc., or the arrivals taking place at a certain service station, that can also be taken as the qualitative variable. So these are the variables which are also called as the factor variables in the language of R. So such variables can also be used in regression model, and when we incorporate such variables in regression model, such type of model can be called as dummy variable regression model. Now we will see this with the help of an example. Now let us see this example. In this example we can see that there are 3 variables, and the data is collected on 10 students. Of these variables we can see the test score of 10 students is given here. Their IQ level is calculated and it is also given. So these 2 variables are in the form of, or they are the quantitative variables, they are quantitative, and gender male female. So this is one variable which is not quantitative but it is a qualitative variable, or it is also called as the categorical variable. So when we are having such type of variables, and here what is the objective? The objective is, in this problem we want to test the usefulness of IQ and gender as predictors of test scores. So here we are taking the dependent variable as the test score and independent variable as IQ as well as the gender. Now when we are having such type of data and we want to fit regression equation for this, then such type of regression equation is called as dummy variable regression model, or the equation. Now the regression equation for such type of variable can be written as y is equal to b0 plus b1 into IQ plus b2 into d1. So we call this variable gender as the d1, where y is the predicted value of test score, IQ is the IQ score, d1 is the dummy variable which represents the gender, and beta 0, beta 1, beta 2, these are the regression coefficients. So here we can take the values of these variables as d1 equals to 1 if male and d1 is equal to 0 if female. So we represent these values, or the values for this gender, using such type of nominal data or the categorical data. Now let us say, calculate the regression equation for this. So here this data is now taken on a separate worksheet. Now here I also do one thing, I write d1. For male I write this as 1, female 0, male 1, female 0, 1, then 0, 1 0 1 0. So I have entered the nominal values or the numbers to represent male as well as female, and I represented this by D1 variable D1 variable. Now we'll proceed. We'll first upload this sheet in R. So I save this file first. Now in R Commander, again click on data, directly import this Excel sheet. I write this as dataset 1 and then OK. Now here I select the dummy variable regression, then example 1 data. OK. So we can view this data. So here test score, IQ, gender, these are the three variables, and we have represented this gender by these variables, numeric variables. Now we can do this analysis by two different methods. First of all, you can directly go into statistics, fit model and regression model. Here select test score, and then here you will select IQ, and now you will select, so here gender is not represented because gender is a factor variable and only numeric variables are listed here, the variables which we have represented by some numbers, and that is the reason I have taken D1. So D1 and IQ. So D1 represents the gender. Now I click OK. So after clicking OK, we can see the output here. Your dependent variable is test score and independent variables are gender, which is represented by D1, and IQ. Now here we can see that intercept coefficient is here significant, and it is significant at 1% level of significance. Then gender is also significant at 5% level of significance, and IQ is also significant at 5% level of significance. Now here R square value is 0.8102, that is around 81% influence is explained by IQ as well as gender. F statistics 14.94, p value is 0.002, that means this is significant at 1% level of significance. So it fulfills the criteria of goodness of fit. Also all the variables are significant. So here we can infer on the basis of this that this model is the right model which fulfills almost all the criterias of goodness of fit. So basic criterias are fulfilled. So here we can see that these are the coefficients, intercept coefficient, and these are the other coefficients. So this is how we can establish the relationship between the test scores and gender and IQ. So gender also plays significant role and IQ also plays significant role when test scores are considered. Now this is one method by which we can calculate the dummy variables. So what we did is, here we first calculated, or we assigned the nominal values 0 or 1 to the gender attributes, and then we proceeded for doing the dummy variable regression analysis. Now if I don't want to calculate, or if I am not if the gender values, if I want to take as it is without assigning any nominal values, numbers to that particular variable, still R has the option to calculate the regression model for this. So in R, if you are having such type of dummy variables, and these dummy variables are given in the form of some say or they are the factors. For example, if you are having say certain variable which you are writing as strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. So you are having total 5 factors. So this data is called as the factor data. If you assign some numbers, then what you will do, obviously strongly agree you will write as 1, agreement you will write as 2, neutral you will write as 3, disagree you will write as 4, and strongly disagree you may write as 5, or vice versa. You can write in inverse order as well. So this is how you normally assign the numbers to these factors. So if there are number of such dummy variables existing in the model or in your data set, so it is very cumbersome and time consuming to calculate or to assign these numbers and again converting into the numeric variable. So if you want to overcome this problem, what you do, you here click on fit models, and instead of selecting this regression, linear regression, you select linear models and then click on OK. Now here again you can see the variables. Now here all the variables are listed here, factor as well as numeric. Now what I will do here, first of all, so if you want to select this data, if this represents your dependent variable, so here you will select the dependent variable for this particular cell. So test score is the dependent variable, you double click on this. So if you double click on this, automatically this variable will come in the dependent variable cell. Then you click on your next variable. Your next variable is IQ, so double click on this. So double click, after double click, directly it will come here. Then either you can here click on plus, or directly you click on gender. So this gender value will also automatically come with the plus sign. Now after adding these two variables, click on OK. So as soon as you click on OK, again you get the same regression output. 81.02 is the R squared as we obtained earlier, 14.954 is the F statistics, all the variables are significant. So you can compare these two. See, the p value corresponding to intercept is 00488. So here also it is 0.00488. Then here 0.03510, 0.03510 corresponding to gender. So here gender is appearing here. The first value of coefficient is gender, but here gender we have taken as the second, so gender is appearing here 03510, and corresponding to IQ the probability is 0.00366. So here 0.00366. So either or you can do anything. So if you are having number of dummy variables, no need to convert it directly, you can use it for your purpose. But these variables, the factor variables which you are mentioning, they must be appropriately designed so that they should be in a proper sequence. Their sequence must be appropriate. So this is how. So you can construct the model, this you can construct the regression equation. Now if you are having some doubt with regard to factors, right, like gender, male and female, so by default it has taken the value of male as 1 and female as 0. So many a times you may have more number of factors or more number of data variables for that particular factor. For example, if I say if you are taking some data on a Likert 5-point scale, then you will have 5 different variables. So you want to test whether the factors are in a proper sequence or not. In that case, you can click on data, you can check it. You can click on data, you can go into manage variables in data in active data set. Then in this order factor levels, here you can click. Now here gender, for example, if so you have to give some name here, because if you go for conversion it will rename that variables by some other name, because now you are making some modification in that variable. So I just write it as G1 and then make the order factors and OK. Now here it will show you the sequence how it has taken. So it has taken first factor as female and second factor as male, as we did earlier. Instead of this value we have taken female as 0 and this as 1, so meaning is same. So if you take first factor, whatever is the first factor, so the value by default assigned by R will be 0 for that. Then second factor or second level will be assigned 1, third level will be assigned 2, likewise R will make the calculations. So if you want to rearrange this, then you can do that. Here you can write 1 and you can, for male you can write 1 and for female you can write 2. So this is how you can make their arrangements, or you can determine or decide their order as per your wish. But only I will recommend here that do not change these levels, you keep these levels as it is, because they are normally taken by default and correctly by the R. But if you are having more than more number of categorical responses, 3, 4, 5, so here only you just check. Many times it may happen that strongly agree will be taken as 4th and disagree will be taken as 5. If that thing happens, then only you need to make such corrections, otherwise it is not required. So I cancel this. Now this is one thing that we discussed about a dummy variable, wherein we predicted or we tried to find out the significance of various attributes in determining the test scores. Now if I am interested, if I want to go one more step ahead and I want to check the interaction effect of IQ and gender, which is not here actually mentioned, but if I want to go further with testing whether the gender and IQ, whether their interaction effect impacts my test score or not. That may also happen that interaction effect is sometimes more significant than taking the score on certain variable in isolation, and that is why if I want to check this or test this, I can go with fitting another model. So here I will not use this option regression, linear regression. I will select linear model. I am selecting linear model because there is one or more, there may be one or more dummy variables existing in your model, and these dummy variables are nothing but the factor. They can be in the form of factor, and that is why. So this is my original equation. Now what I do, I make it plus, and now I write IQ star gender. So as soon as I take this one more variable into this particular model and click OK, see, I will get another regression equation. Now in this regression equation, what you can see here, dependent variable is the test score, then next variable is IQ, then dummy variable is gender, and I have taken the interaction effect of both. So here we can see that intercept coefficient or estimate is significant, intercept value is significant, then IQ is also significant at 1% level of significance, but other variables are not significant. That means this gender or the interaction effect is not significant here, and hence there is no point in taking the interaction effect into consideration, because this particular effect is not at all significant. Right now, if it happens that this value also comes to be significant, this also comes to be significant, this also comes to be significant, and intercept is also significant, if it happens in certain model. So here it is not happening, but if in case it happens in some model which you are testing later, it may happen that your interaction effect is also significant and this gender is also significant. So when it happens, when any particular factor and some numerical factor or numerical variable, their interaction is coming to be significant, in such cases no point in taking this variable for making the inference or interpretation in isolation. Always note, always remember that whenever the interaction effect is significant, you must not take the individual variable which is a factor variable in isolation for any type of interpretation. You must always make the interpretation on the basis of this, right? So this is all about the dummy variable. So obviously here, since this is not significant, we can eliminate this and then we will construct the model, or we will take our previous model, initial model, by eliminating this particular value, right? So here now we are getting all the values of these coefficients significant. So always remember that whenever you are constructing any regression model, and whether dummy variables are incorporated or not, all the coefficients in the regression output or regression model must be significant. If it is not if some variable is not significant, you must make appropriate treatment to the model. You can eliminate that variable from the model and you can go for fitting the better fit model for your purpose. Because if you go with that particular model, in that case your interpretations may not be correct, your model may not be a good estimate, and whatever you interpret on the basis of the coefficients of various other significant variables you are observing in the model, that might mislead your results or your estimates, or those may be the misleading estimates. And that is why such type of procedure should not be adopted. Always select a model where all the variables which are there in your regression model must be significant. Then only you can say that the model is fulfilling the criteria of goodness of fit. Otherwise that model may not be considered as the right model. You can perform even the other diagnostic tests as well. For example, you can check for residuals. As such it is not required, but if you wish you can test it. So residual, now residual is added here for this model. Now you go into graph the histogram for residual, for normality. So the graph will appear in your, so this is how the graph. But actually here see now one more thing. Yes, this is very important thing here. Now here you see number of peaks and they are same. Now this happens in case of the data which we have presently selected. Here normality assumption cannot be fulfilled, and it is wrong to test the normality assumption for such type of data, because the difference between the data which we discussed in earlier discussion, this data is purely a cross sectional data. In various previous discussions we have discussed the data which was a time series data where time component was involved, and that is why whenever you are using a data which is a cross sectional data, it is not a time series data. Cross sectional data is a data where time period is fixed, but you may have number of variables which you have collected during a certain time period. So that time period may be of say 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, etc. So your time period is fixed. So when your time period is fixed, that data is a cross-sectional data, and for cross-sectional data, assumption of normality doesn't hold good, and that is why no point in testing for normality in case of your cross-sectional data. Normality assumption is true, or it is it normally is observed in case of the data which is a time series data. Please remember this always. Now here one more thing I would like to add here, that here multiple r squared is 0.81. so this figure is, this particular value is substantially high value. In cross-sectional data, many a times it may also happen that you may get this value comparatively lower, on the lower side. Sometimes even you may get this r square as 0.45 or 4507 or 5337. Likewise, normally in time series data, we see that, or we try to ensure that this r squared must be less, it must be more than 60 or more than 65. But in cross-sectional datas, this type of assumption may not hold true. R square in case of time series data may be, or it should be more than 0.6, but it should not go beyond 0.90 as well. If it is going beyond 0.90, that means there can be a possibility of multicollinearity in the data. So if you are getting your r squared value more than 90, then it should raise your eyebrows, and it should always raise the doubts in the mind of every researcher. So depending upon the nature of data, you must try to understand these things, and accordingly you must interpret these results. So this is all about the dummy regression analysis or dummy regression model. So hope I cleared all your difficulties and doubts with regard to dummy regression model, dummy variable regression model. So thank you very much for your patient listening. Bye.